to keep your family safe. Then we go to work, breaking down the data, giving you the forecast, keeping you ahead of the storm. We are the Fox 5 Storm Team. Dependable when it matters most. Fox 5 News at noon starts right now.
The coronavirus pandemic reaches a new dangerous level with more than 1 million cases worldwide. Thousands of COVID-19 victims are right here in Georgia. 10 million Georgians ordered to stay at home for the next 2 weeks in an effort to stop the spread of COVID-19. We take a closer look at what that means for you and your family. The threat of COVID-19 is far from over. Why an infectious disease expert warns Georgia hospitals could see a surge of cases very soon. Good afternoon. I'm Portia Bruner. First on Fox 5 News at noon, Georgia joins a growing list of states taking serious steps to slow the spread of COVID-19. A statewide shelter-in-place order goes into effect at 6 o'clock, and this comes as the number of coronavirus cases continues to spike here at home and abroad. Today's report from the Georgia Health Department shows 5,831 confirmed cases and 184 deaths in our state. Health officials say 1,158 men and women remain in hospitals across Georgia, but many patients continue to make a full recovery from the illness. Fulton, DeKalb, and Dougherty counties continue to have the highest number of COVID-19 cases. Very sad news here. We're used to hearing men and women dying of this, but now we've learned an 11-year-old boy in DeKalb County has died from the coronavirus. The Department of Public Health says the boy had an underlying health condition. That's all we know about the child at this time. He is the youngest person in Georgia to die from COVID-19. At least 90% of Americans are under a stay-at-home order right now. It's a drastic measure to contain the deadly virus. And now Georgia joins most states sheltering in place. Fox 5's Mark Teichner has more on the new rule that goes into effect in just a few hours.
With so many people having questions about the statewide shelter-in-place order, we decided to break it down for you.
This order is a common-sense, measured step forward to stop the spread of COVID-19.
Governor Kemp posted a video on Facebook announcing the order, which will require the entire state of Georgia to shelter in place.
This order maintains social distancing directives and requires residents and visitors to our state to shelter in place in their homes or place of residence.
The order goes into effect at 6 p.m. and will remain in place until Tuesday, April 14th. Certain businesses will need to close their doors, including gyms, bowling alleys, theater, hair and nail salons. Many of these are already closed due to existing local or county orders, which will now be replaced by the statewide one. Restaurants offering takeout or delivery service can stay open. So when are you allowed to leave your house? Well, you can go to the grocery store, medical appointments, and pick up your prescriptions. You can pick up food or have it delivered, buy supplies for your home, go outside to exercise, and leave in case of an emergency. If you decide to violate the order, you will be committing a misdemeanor. You'll likely only get a warning from law enforcement, but do risk facing charges.
When Georgians listen to the guidance provided and follow the orders issued, they are actively joining the fight against this deadly disease.
As we said, a number of businesses will close as a result of the statewide shelter-in-place order. But it's interesting to note that because it's actually lax than some of the local and county ones it's replacing, that it's possible some other businesses will actually open that are currently closed. Reporting from the state capitol in downtown, I'm Mark Teichman, Fox 5 News.
We're getting new information on how local hospitals are operating during the COVID-19 pandemic. The Fox Medical Team's Beth Galvin joins us now live with some details. Beth, we were just briefed by Emory Hospital infectious disease expert about what we should expect about the number of cases here in Georgia.
That's right, Portia. Dr. Colleen Kraft
spoke with reporters via Zoom, and she said, you know, everybody is pretty much watching what's happening right now in New York City, where they have just been inundated with patients coming in with coronavirus, and hospitals are really at capacity or beyond capacity, at the breaking point right now. And she said that they have been expecting a surge, she called it a super surge, in patients here in Atlanta later this month, so they have really been gearing up. She said Emory is working on its surge capacity. They have purchased an additional 50 ventilators that are due to come in any day now. She says they've also designated spaces within the hospital that will be for coronavirus patients only, and that will allow them to conserve as much PPE or protective personal equipment as possible, because that is really hard to come by right now. She said they're really in dire need of protective gowns. They're also in need of medical masks to help protect their staff. And she talked about what's been keeping her up at night.
I think the thing that always worries me the most, that has remained with me since Ebola virus disease, is a large percentage of our healthcare workers getting infected. That always scares me the most, because that leads to a lot of distrust.
And Dr. Kraft telling us that they're doing as much as they can to really communicate well with their staff to make sure that everybody feels safe in what they're doing. She believes that Emory Healthcare is very well prepared for what is coming. They are on guard. And she said about half of the patients that they're seeing so far with coronavirus are ending up in the intensive care unit. So expecting a surge that could come as soon as a couple of weeks from now. Portia? Sobering information there, Beth. Thank you. Well, the city of Clarkston will offer free coronavirus tests this weekend. To be eligible for testing, you must be showing symptoms and live in the zip codes seen right there on your screen. Tests are available today until 5 p.m. and tomorrow from noon until 5 p.m. Well, millions have lost their jobs and livelihood as a result of this pandemic. Now, some local families are struggling to keep food on the table. Fox 5's Emily Ikeda has more on how local nonprofits are working to make sure no one goes hungry.
Homeless, elderly, people who don't have easy access to grocery stores. These are just some of the people on the receiving end of what is certainly a noble effort. Change to Humanity is behind these food deliveries, keeping to their mission even during precarious times.
What will happen to the people if we don't come?
While the call to stay home is louder than ever from Georgia's top officials, Giselle Maluka says now is the time for her nonprofit to hit the streets, of course with stringent precautions.
We fill up all the bags. We give a signal to people that they can come one by one. We stand back. We are not handing it to them. We are setting it down.
Donned in gloves, masks, and other protective gear, Atlanta nonprofit Change to Humanity is collecting donated food from grocers such as Whole Foods, packing it up, and handing it out. This fresh produce will fill the stomachs of the homeless, elderly, and those who live in food deserts and have trouble accessing stores in a safe manner.
Many people lost their job. Many people don't have cars. So for us to come in a time like that is really, really crucial.
She's referring to the record-breaking 6.6 million Americans who filed for unemployment last week, a number expected to continue to grow and put families in financially precarious positions.
If we were to say right now, we are not coming, we really would totally defeat our purpose.
And so many communities in need right now in the wake of the coronavirus pandemic. We frequently talk about shortages in the healthcare industry. So the nonprofit is also sewing face masks to help those on the front lines. If you're interested in helping or learning more, you can check out our website, fox5atlanta.com. In downtown Atlanta, Emily Ikeda, Fox 5 News.
Atlanta Public School employees are working to make sure their students don't go hungry over spring break. APS will provide a week's worth of groceries to families in need. The district will hand out the groceries tomorrow from 9 until noon at 5 schools, which you see there on your screen. An announcement this afternoon from Delta Airlines to help passengers having to cancel their flights as a result of coronavirus. Tickets normally expire 1 year after purchase, but the Atlanta-based airline says they will now waive change fees through May 31st of 2022. This is for passengers who have flights booked by today for flights in April and May. You can find the details on the Fly Delta app. For continuous coverage of the coronavirus pandemic, go to fox5atlanta.com.
It's because I wasn't plugged in. Mic check, 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's time now for a check of today's weather. We take a look across downtown Atlanta from our Georgia Power camera. Fox 5 Storm Team meteorologist is back home in the, shall we call it the North Storm Team Forecast Center with a look at what we can expect this weekend. A lot of folks are going to be sheltering in place, but surely eager just to maybe just play in the backyard or something.
Absolutely. Well, Portia, it's also the homeschooling at my house. I know your house, and Jackson decided to try to color in the lines of our Fox 5 Atlanta logo. So hopefully you guys can see that. If not, we'll adjust the shot. All right, so a little bit warmer today compared to yesterday. Notice that that's going to be the trend moving into this afternoon, and definitely for this weekend, talking about unseasonably warm temperatures. Already 66 degrees. Our high yesterday was right about 69, 70, and we're almost there already at this lunch hour. Plenty of sunshine. Another part of the forecast everyone's been monitoring very closely, the pollen count. So that it is down in the high range for the second day in a row. So we're getting a break from the extremely high numbers. So hopefully that means we're past our peak time for pollen season today. Mid to upper 70s this weekend. I'm talking 80s. I'll let you know when the rain chances return coming up in just a few minutes. Portia?
All right, Ryan, thank you. Now to a news alert. Gwinnett County authorities say they tracked a man who's been on the run for shooting his girlfriend. The fugitive unit captured Menesia Cole in DeKalb County last night. Investigators tell us Cole came to his girlfriend's home to drop off diapers last week when he opened fire on the 22-year-old victim in the driveway. The couple's 1-year-old child was outside when this happened. The baby was not hurt. Medics rushed the woman to the hospital. As we remain focused on fighting coronavirus, police keep doing their job. College Park Police wants to make a public appeal to catch the person who killed a woman last year. Take a look here. Officers found 41-year-old Barbara Del Mar at the Avery Park apartment complex on Charlestown Drive, February of 2019. Ms. Del Mar died from a gunshot wound to the chest. College Park Police have not identified any suspects, as they urge anyone with information about the murder to call. A sad day in the music world indeed. Music legend Bill Withers has died. The 3-time Grammy winner is known for some of the biggest hits in music, including Lovely Day, Lean on Me, and Ain't No Sunshine. Just the Two of Us is another one of his amazing hits. Our sister station in Detroit, WJBK, reports Withers died from heart attack complication, not from COVID-19. Bill Withers is 81 years old. And coming up on Fox 5 News at noon, protecting those most susceptible to COVID-19, the new measures from President Trump to protect older Americans. And if welcoming their first child isn't simple enough, an Atlanta couple had to cancel their baby shower because of the COVID-19 pandemic. Then someone stepped in with a heartwarming surprise.
Depend on the Fox 5 IT, only on Fox 5 News. We start with a promise to keep your family safe. Then we go to work. The Fox 5 Storm Team, dependable when it matters most.
I'm 10 steps ahead of you. You don't hustle me. Now we're getting somewhere. You're making up a story now. I can tell. I'm like a truce machine.
Weekdays at 3:30 and 4 on Fox 5.
At Fox 5, we're dedicated to local news.
It's still very much an active situation here behind me.
As to keeping your family informed and safe.
It is cold tonight and getting colder.
Watch Fox 5 News at 10 and News Edge at 11.
We think the world of you, but if it's
battle over control of Britney Spears,
it's come to a head.
Lynn wants Jamie out. Jamie is not going to give this up without a fight.
TMZ Live. Weekdays at 2 on Fox 5.
TMZ's bringing the heat with the latest celeb stories.
Demi Lovato posted a photo showing off her cellulite.
Do you take photos when you vacation? With one leg up? Oh, I didn't see you there.
We're keeping informed.
We have crazy footage of the Coast Guard invading a submarine filled with drugs.
Where was this?
I don't know, on the water somewhere.
Stay humble.
Eddie Murphy might return to stand-up for $70 million.
Eddie Murphy did the funniest thing ever about people support.
Oh, the funniest thing he ever done was about you?
TMZ.
Nights at 7:30 on Fox 5.
There's nothing like a Georgia sunrise. And nobody covers Atlanta mornings like we do. Because no other local news team is here for you all morning long. Helping you reach your destination, rain or shine, and keeping your family informed and safe when news breaks. No matter when you wake up, Good Day is on. Watch Good Day Atlanta from 4:30 to 11 on Fox 5.
The coronavirus pandemic has led to the cancellation of events around the world. Whether it's a sporting event, a wedding, or a birthday party, many are finding unique ways to remember life's greatest moments. Fox 5's Elise Eby has more on how an Atlanta couple expecting their first child is feeling the love today.
The coronavirus response, it's limiting people, how many people can actually get together. And so we decided, it was a tough decision, but we decided to go ahead and actually cancel the baby shower.
Celebrating the new addition to the Cope family has been something Carolina and Scott have been excited about for a while now. But with the coronavirus rapidly spreading across the country and social distancing guidelines being enforced, the couple had to cancel both of their baby showers. Naturally, it wasn't an easy decision for mom-to-be.
It is really difficult to process first, but I understand it is important to be safe and all moms to be safe. I think at some point my husband helped me to calm me down and to just realize that everything is going to be okay and that it is for the best for the baby and for our friends and family.
One positive thing coming out of the pandemic is the kindness that's being spread. When one of the nurses heard Carolina and Scott had to cancel their baby shower, she didn't hesitate to help.
She, in last minute, created a basket of baby goodies and a beautiful letter saying, you know, welcome to the bundle of joy, your baby boy.
Because this is their first baby, there are many things the couple are unfamiliar with. Their doctor also contributed